This problem deals with assigning names and their equivalent formulas for some more complicated ionic compounds that involve polyatomic ions. There are some additional rules about such ions, and you need to memorize the names of the common ones in the tables listed in the syllabus. To begin with, let's look at cupric nitrate trihydrate. In order to assign a formula that goes with this name, we have to notice several things. First of all, cupric has an IC ending, and you may recall that that means that there is more than one ion, and that this particular ion is the one with the higher charge. So cupric means copper 2+ instead of copper 1+, which would have been cuprous. Nitrate is one of the common polyatomic ions whose formula and charge you need to learn. It is NO3 with a single negative charge. It follows then from these two ions that we will need to have two nitrates in order to satisfy the charge on the copper 2 here. Two negative charges to balance out the two positive charges. So the last thing we need to consider is the statement at the end here, trihydrate. Trihydrate means there are 3 waters of hydration associated with the formula. So each one of the formulas, cupric nitrate, will have exactly 3 waters of hydration. So we indicate this by putting 3 and then the formula for water, which is H2O. So our overall formula will have copper, 2 nitrates, and 3 H2Os. Cupric nitrate trihydrate. Choice B is barium hydroxide. Barium occupies group 2A in the periodic table, so by now you recognize that its stable ion will be barium 2+. Hydroxide is a diatomic ion whose formula is OH and whose charge is a single negative charge. So to determine the formula for this name, we have to recognize that it will be necessary to take 2 hydroxides to balance with negative charge these 2 positive charges associated with the barium. So the formula will be barium hydroxide taken twice. Notice, as we did up here in the cupric nitrate case, we put parentheses around the polyatomic ion, and the subscript to the right tells how many of the units in parentheses are present. So this would be barium hydroxide, BaOH taken twice. Choice C has a lithium ion, which, since lithium is in group 1, must involve the cation Li+. The other ion is Cn, and it will obviously have to have a negative charge in order to balance the charge, positive charge on the single lithium here. So if you have learned the names of the polyatomic ions, you recognize this one as cyanide. So this compound has a name. Name the metal first, lithium, and then in this case the polyatomic anion, negative ion, cyanide, lithium cyanide. So by remembering the rules, we can create the formula for the name and the name for the formula.